So hello everyone and good morning everyone. So it is my honor to welcome you to the DC Disability Career Fair and National Disability Employment Awareness Month award ceremony. So my name is Kevin Wright. I work for the DC Developmental Disability Council as a program support assistant. And basically it is so wonderful to see you all here and for myself to be the MC, and obviously no pressure on me. I said that because I had the opportunity just to do many MC opportunities over my course on my employment journey. It is really important for myself because I am a person with a disability. I grew up in DC, basically have many opportunities. Not only myself, but also my twin brother. His name is Keith Wright. So basically, me and my brother, we started out as, we had RSA counselors, who is the Miss Lovely Sanjay Weldrip. She helped us do high school and do college, and even after college, she helped us just to find employment. But I know that me and my brother, we figured out what was really important was just to put ourselves out there, just to volunteer, do that networking, because it's really important. And especially since this is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, it really is important for me and my brother since that we all employers. I work for the DC government. My brother worked for a family-owned business down at the wharf. And technically, he been there for 6 years now. And he started as an intern. So he is like the general manager anyway. So I'm really happy for that. So the goal. So obviously keep no pressure on you in the back. But the goal of this event is to educate public about disability employment issues and celebrate the contributions of people with disabilities to the workforce and the economy. We have some fantastic presenters today, and we hope that you all leave feeling motivated and empowered. Today's event is due to the amazing partnership for various district government. Today's event will be offering interpretation into Spanish, ASA, and CART. So without further ado, I'm just going to kick us off. It's my pleasure to introduce the Director of the Office of Disability Rights, Mike McCollin, and the Director of the Department on Disability Services, Andy Reese, who will each be giving welcome remarks. And I would also like to recognize Charles Hall, the Director of the DC Human Resources. Thank you. Anytime, man.
Good morning, everyone. There you go, guys. My name is Matthew McCullough, and I'm glad that Keith introduced both of us. So realize that the 36th anniversary of the National Disability Employment Month was passed by Congress, expanding it from 1 week to a whole month of October in 1988. The reason why we observe this month is because Americans recognize the contributions of men and women with disabilities whose employment helps the national and local economies make them strong and stable. Without this community, we want to have a strong economy or a stable economy, so we add to it. Just realize that that the DC government really helps this community or young adults find employment, particularly the summer youth program. I want to emphasize this is the reason why Muriel Bowser and her administration encourages so many students to participate in the annual summer youth employment program. There are resources that we need to emphasize going forward, guys. Realize that the employment journey does not start when you're age 18, when you leave high school, or whenever. There are requirements that schools support students with disabilities with their own transition plan to prepare their education, employment, and independent living needs as adults. You guys need to know that the DCBF services has a team of transition coordinators that actually meets the requirements for over 100 schools, and Annie will probably emphasize that. Also, if you need support, there are vocational services from the DCBF Services Administration to help find a job. Realize that there are accommodations in the workplace, like physical accessibility, accessible communication, transportation, technology, and flexible schedules that we need as people with disabilities to be fully integrated in our workplace. And ODR helps with assisting the process of making sure that all people with disabilities, particularly if they work for the district government, receive their reasonable accommodation through their agency under the ADA. With this year's theme, access to good jobs for all, having employment and bringing income for oneself and their family represent a greater sense of purpose, independence, and connection to community as contributing members of society. You have candidates with disabilities in the room who are committed to showing their skills and expertise. This is the reason why Mayor Bowser, multiple agencies, and ODR are vested in conducting this year's inaugural Disability Career Fair. I want to thank many other sponsoring agencies, the City Council, the Department of Employment Services, DC Public Library, DC Human Resources, the Mayor's Office for the Deaf, Blind, and Hard of Hearing, and DDS, more importantly, Muriel Bowser. I also want to thank everybody for joining us at this highly successful event, and hope it leads to many great employment opportunities for all candidates in this firm. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Bowser for her steadfast and strong leadership and support. Thank you to our co-hosts again. It's a great teamwork, and we are grateful for your contribution and support. Also, I want to recognize ODR's project lead, Ms. Shelley Carr-Brown, and other ODR team members who did a phenomenal job in putting this great inaugural event together. Excellent. Last but not least, I want to recognize Mr. Sebastian Wyman from Councilmember Lewis George's office, who's been a great advocate for Disability Rights. Thank you for joining us. Finally, I want to recognize my boss, the Assistant City Administrator, Chris Rodriguez, for coming to this esteemed event. Thank you, sir, for being here. But this time, I would love to invite the agency head, Andy Reese, from DDS to share his remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Matt. Good morning, everyone. I am Andy Reese, the Director of the Department on Disability Services, and I just want to say happy National Disability Awareness Month and Disability Employment Awareness Month, not missing why we are here today. And as Matt said, the focus this year, the theme for this year is access to good jobs for all. And what a fitting way to end, what a fitting way to end National Disability Employment Awareness Month in D.C., but to partner with our businesses in D.C. for this wonderful, for Mayor Bowser's first Disability Career Fair here at Martin Luther King Library. For those of you who listen to WTOP like I do, traffic and weather on the 8s, you may have heard our PSA, where I've had the opportunity to talk about Mayor Bowser's leadership and our city's unwavering commitment to empowering residents with disabilities and supporting the thriving business community in D.C. that hires our folks with disabilities. Through the Rehabilitation Services Administration here at DDS, we're proud to provide supports not just to people who need jobs, but also to businesses where we provide specialized training and resources free of charge. These programs equip employers to recognize and embrace the exceptional potential of candidates with disabilities. At the same time, we prepare job seekers with disabilities for success through tailored services such as resume building, professional etiquette training, and real work experience. This holistic approach helps people with disabilities to pursue fulfilling careers, and in turn, it strengthens our community as a whole. We all know that good jobs can change people's lives, and this belief is at the core of DDS's mission and the district's mission to ensure that residents with disabilities have the tools they need to live empowered, self-determined lives. And now I'd like to have you meet Tamika Smith. She's a powerful example of our mission in action. Ms. Smith has taken full advantage of the services that the city offers, building a brighter future for herself and her son. If you please bring your attention to the screens, we have a little video, and then Ms. Smith will join us.
My name is Tamika Smith. I'm a mother of one. I'm a native Washingtonian. I connected through DDS and RSA through the Inspiring Professional program. My main goal to accomplish was employment, stable employment at that. I always wanted to work for the government. I've tried so many times since 2004 and never succeeded. So when I got the call from Miss Bailey to apply for the Aspiring Professional program, I did that. I didn't think that I was going to get it. So I applied for it, and when I received the email, I was excited, nervous, but I knew that I could do this. During the 6-month internship, I was offered full-time employment within 4 months. And my goal was to finish my internship and make sure that I get this job full-time. Not only for me, but for my son. And October will be my 2 years at the Office of the State Superintendent of Education, and I'm a customer service rep. I love it. I'm around great people great energy. Long as I'm able to put a smile on a person's face and make their day. That's my job as a customer service rep. Future goals I have for myself, of course, I want to stay with the Office of State Superintendent of Education. I also want to finish my education. And right now, since I've been there, I've completed 4 certificates, 2 AI certificates, 1 for human resources and 1 for leadership and management. I'm telling my story to say that just never give up. Just always believe in yourself. Always set goals. I set goals, I reach them. I always tell myself, like, you can do it, believe in yourself. There's no limit, because people with disabilities, I know that they put limits on us, and there's no limit. There's no limit to your goals. There's no limit to your education. There's no limit to life. You only have one life. Live it.
I'm happy to introduce Tamika Smith.
Thank you for that introduction, Director Reese. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tamika Smith. I am a native Washingtonian and a proud parent. I am delighted to be here to share a little of my story, which you just saw in that video, and to share that employment changes lives, especially for people with disabilities. Working for OSSI has changed my life in so many ways, and I continue to be grateful to them and to DDS for helping me achieve my employment goal. Well, enough about me. I am pleased to introduce the Mayor of the District of Columbia, the Honorable Muriel Bowser.
Well, let's give Tamika another round of applause. Wow. What an awesome story, and I want to thank you for that introduction as well. Thank you, Tamika. It is good to be here at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library, isn't it? And Director Reese, thank you for pulling us all together and starting this tradition of talking about and focusing on Disability Employment Awareness Month. We focus, I know your agency focuses on it all day, every day, all year. And we want to make it known and make it clear that in Washington, D.C., and in our government, we want our government to reflect the District of Columbia and all the people in the District of Columbia. It's so, so important. So, Tamika, your story is indeed inspiring. It demonstrates how one of our programs has led to you putting your skills to work and to work in a job that you love. And so we know when we stick with each other and when we create programs and fund programs that work, we can change lives. And so we know the spirit of Washington, D.C. is that we don't give up. We continue to work hard with each other so that more Washingtonians get a fair shot. Have you heard me say that? You know what fair shot means? It means that the government is really there to bring our collective resources and invest in our people so that more people can use their skills and abilities to enjoy life in Washington, D.C. And we know that sometimes we have to level the playing field. And when we do that, more people get that fair shot. And so at DDS, that is our plan. How can we work with each person individually so that they can enjoy life in Washington, D.C. So Tamika's story will help us spread the word about this paid internship program, which is an entryway into D.C. government. We call it the Aspiring Professionals Program. It's a 6-month paid internship. And as you heard from Tamika's story, after only 4 months, her management recognized that she was an asset that they wanted to compete for full-time employment. And more than half of the participants in that program have been employed either in D.C. government or the federal government, and others in the private sector. So please give DDS a big round of applause for the Aspiring Professional Program and all of the graduates. Any other graduates here? Let's give them a hand. So this is my commercial. DC government is a great place to work, right, DC government staff? We are fair, we are accommodating, we have competitive pay, and we do good work. And we do it for the right reasons. Not everybody thinks about DC government as their, a place where they want to go and be employed. So I want to say to our entire disability community, all of the people that are working with our residents, for us, all of our employees, we have to change that. And I see our Director Hall back there, who is from the Office of Human Resources. And Director Hall will tell you, I am dissatisfied by the number of people with disabilities that are applying for jobs in D.C. because it's not enough. And that means we need to be out beating the streets, beating the drums, being in all the publications, being at all the conferences, sharing with people how great it is to work for DC government. And some of those positions are appointed positions. People who are in my cabinet, people who are executive positions, people that are in other appointed positions. These are positions that you should be applying for as well. So now I make you ambassadors for DC government. Will you help me spread the word? Will you? That DC government is hiring as well. So with that, I want to invite the director to come up, and I will present the proclamation for National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And it reads, whereas this year marks the 79th anniversary of the National Disability Employment Awareness Month, a celebration that values the talent of workers with disabilities for American workplaces. National Disability Employment Awareness Month seeks to educate employers about reasonable accommodations and job supports that help workers with disabilities perform. Employees with disabilities work in a broad range of critical positions, enabling businesses and nonprofits to maintain their competitive edge and to exceed their goals. Whereas welcoming workplaces and meaningful action by employers are essential for building inclusive communities and for ensuring access to good jobs for residents with disabilities. Whereas the government of the District of Columbia is committed to being a model employer and ensuring that all residents have access to resources and what's necessary to advance in employment. Therefore, I, as Mayor of Washington, D.C., do proclaim today National Disability Employment Awareness Month in Washington, D.C. Can I get a picture here? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's all give Mayor Bowser another hand. So thank you, Mayor Bowser, for your leadership and continued support. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sebastian Whiteman, who represents Councilmember Louis George.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Good morning. Good morning, Madam Mayor. Good morning, Director Reese, Director McCullough. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sebastian Wyman, and I have the privilege of speaking today on behalf of Councilmember Janice Lewis George as her interim director, committee director. The councilmember is disappointed that she is unable to be here today as she is on maternity leave, but I am very happy to share that she and her husband recently welcomed a beautiful baby boy into the world and all are doing well. Councilmember Louis George represents the wonderful Ward 4, and she also chairs the Council's Committee on Facilities and Family Services. And while not indicated in our name, our committee oversees 3 district agencies that, in my opinion, are among the most important in district government, as evidenced here today. The Department on Disability Services, the Office of Disability Rights, and the Mayor's Office of Deaf, Blind, and Hard of Hearing. On behalf of the council member, I sincerely thank Mayor Bowser, DDS, ODR, and MODA, as well as many of the other agencies participating in this fantastic event. The council member also congratulates the employers being recognized here today for their leadership and setting an example in their unwavering support of employees with disabilities. As a proud DC government employee with a disability, I am so excited to share in today's Disability Career Fair in celebration of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. This event is a valuable opportunity for people with disabilities to meet potential employers, and it is a testament to the transformative power, accessibility, inclusivity, and talent in the workplace. Each employer, from local government, federal government, and private industry, is here today to not only share job opportunities, but to listen, learn, and embrace the many skills, ideas, and innovations that people with disabilities bring to their organizations. Together, we are creating pathways to succeed and dismantling barriers so all individuals have access to meaningful employment that aligns with their talents and aspirations. And in addition to job placement, today is about building a future where people with disabilities feel valued, respected, and empowered to excel within and outside of the workplace. And to achieve this, we must ensure all public and private workplaces are accessible. Employees with disabilities deserve to utilize hallways, restrooms, and elevators with ease, to be free from ableism and discrimination, and to have reasonable accommodations fulfilled. Councilmember Louis George is determined to make ADA compliance the floor and not the ceiling of accessibility in all areas of the District of Columbia, including employment, because she knows what people with disabilities know. Legal compliance does not necessarily mean actual accessibility. The district will continue to be a national leader in disability employment and a place where everyone, regardless of ability, has the support they need to thrive. Doing so requires partnership among branches of government, levels of government, and the private sector to create practices, spaces, and services that are truly accessible. And so as we mark National Disability Employment Awareness Month and attendees connect with employers, I encourage you to share your unique story and the strengths you bring to the workforce. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you to every agency, employer, and job seeker here today. I'd now like to invite back up to the podium Director McCullough. Or Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much.
So thank you, Sebastian. I am pleased to welcome back Director Matt McCollum and Grace Reed for Office on Disability Rights.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Supreme Court's said decision. The DC reiterates its commitment to community inclusion for people with disabilities through our revised homestead plan for calendar years 2025 through 2027. For folks that do not know about the background of the homestead case, back in 1999, 2 people from the great state of Georgia who were receiving mental health and behavioral health services were living in a hospital. They challenged the state government and also its head, Mr. Olmsted, who was overseeing the Department of Behavioral Health for the state of Georgia at the time. They asked and begged to have their community services out in the community, but they were denied. In 1999, their case went all the way up to the Supreme Court. And under the leadership of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they said, yes, these 2 people have every right to receive, to be out in the community receiving their behavioral health services, and they also have a right to be protected on their day, to be fully integrated in the community where they want to live and work. Going back to what ODR does, this newly revised plan covers 4 priority areas: housing, healthcare, and wellness, employment, and transportation. ODR has engaged in year-long planning with 22 partnering agencies, count them, 22, to listen to and incorporate constituents' input into the plan. Several of those agencies are here. I will quickly mention a few because there are too many of them, but DDS, the Department of Corrections, DCHR, to name a few. Employment for people with disabilities has been and continues to be a key component of the Homestead Plan. Stuck together. To highlight the success of the District Department Services, ODR produced a Faces of Homestead video for which we want to share a clip. So you can find these videos on our website at odr.dc.gov. So we're going to play that clip right now.
My name is Derek Sims. I'm very outspoken, I'm very adventurous, and just an all-around good person. My disability, I have cerebral palsy. I was born with it. I'm part of the DD Council. I'm part of the National Honor Society. I'm also a current college student, and I'm studying to be a social worker. Homestead was not passed. It would not create the person that I am. I don't see myself any other person than I am now. If I was in a nursing home, if I was in some type of locked up place and I can't go anywhere, that means you don't have your freedom, you don't have the ability to express yourself. I believe that people should have the opportunity to just be in their real truth and not just be locked up in a box. Because I've never been like that. I believe in my dreams every day. That's what Homestead is, to get those opportunities out there. And but even if they say no, there's always a yes out there. Don't put yourself in a box.
So thank you for viewing the video. We have a much extended, more comprehensive video on our website. There's at least five different people sharing this story. Now I'm going to talk about how do we comply with the Homestead Community Integration Plan. We rely on idiot coordinators who serve a pivotal role with district government agencies by identifying and implementing reasonable accommodation for their employees with disabilities so they perform their job duties. These dedicated individuals will create supportive work environments that empowers employees with disabilities and promotes equal opportunities in the workplace. They also ensure that the employees and services provided by their agencies are accessible to the public in accordance with the ADA standards. To fulfill this important responsibility, ADA coordinators must be appointed by agency heads, attend ODR's annual ADA coordinator training, pass a certification exam. These requirements reflect significant duties that they undertake alongside with their many roles. At that time, I want to have all the ADA coordinators be recognized in the room. If you are an ADA coordinator for an agency, please raise your hand if you're present. Thank you. You guys rock. Appreciate it. Thank you for your essential work and contributions to making our district accessible and welcoming and inclusive. The mayor has issued award certificates to all of you. Please visit the Homestead staff, our table outside, just right there, ODR table. Please visit our ODR staff table outside to receive your certificate at the program. At this time, I want to introduce Grace Reed and Mark Agosto, and they're going to talk more about the presentation awards and employee recognition and photos. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So can we give Director McCullough another hand, everyone? And the amazing work for the Office of Disability Rights. We also want to take this time to recognize our volunteers who have been here, who've supported us throughout this. And again, my name is Mark Augusto. I work for the Department on Disability Services.
And my name is Grace Reed. I work for the Office of Disability Rights.
And we are very excited to be here to start the employment recognition portion of today's activities. As mentioned earlier, some of the goals of today's event are to educate the public on disability employment issues, celebrate the contributions of people with disabilities to the workforce and economy, and highlight our necessary partners who move this work forward.
Employers play a crucial role in providing individuals with disabilities access to meaningful employment. They can accomplish this by creating inclusive workplaces, recognizing talent, changing perceptions, and fostering partnerships. Our 3 awardees have exemplified these principles in various ways. Our first awardee is King Street Oyster Bar, which has provided employment, internships, and discovery activities for people with disabilities, including those supported by the Department on Disability Services Project Search Program. King Street Oyster Bar and its owner, Rick Allison, consistently open doors for individuals with disabilities. King Street Oyster Bar has hosted Project Search interns for rotations at several of his restaurants, and he has hired many individuals supported by DDS who are interested in restaurant work. Mr. Allison has offered opportunities for individuals to explore their skills and interests in food preparation, rolling silverware, setting tables, polishing glasses, cleaning, and more. He sets a positive and inclusive tone for the workforce, which resonates with all of his employees. It is now our pleasure to introduce Chris Prushan and Chris Tembashi of King Street Oyster Bar.
Whoever's taking the photo.
I don't know. All right. Perfect. Yeah.
Congratulations, King Street Oyster Bar. Our second awardee of the day is Sidley Austin LLP. Sidley Austin is a global law firm that collaborates across disciplines and borders to help clients in more than 70 countries achieve their business objectives. I got that from the website. Yeah, no, I'm joking. Sidley Austin is also where people with disabilities feel valued, feel heard, and thrive to grow. Sidley Austin has employed participants from DDS's Project Search program since 2022. During this time, and with the support of the Sidley Austin staff, our participants have grown professionally and personally. Our participants feel connected to Sidley Austin's welcoming and inclusive environment. It was noted that one of our participants has gotten out of his comfort zone and is growing and learning every day. He's taken on additional responsibilities such as leading the morning meetings and determining what will be required for the day. Another of our participants has been put in charge of the bi-weekly ordering of pantry items, expanding his job duties due to his initiative. We simply love him, says Ms. Candace Kearns, one of the supervisors at Sidley Austin. He's like family. For this and many other reasons, it is our pleasure to introduce Lydia Johnson and Dimitri Gayetan from Sidley Austin. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Our third awardee is the Pendry DC Hotel at the Wharf, a luxury boutique hotel that opened in 2022. The Pendry DC Hotel is committed to intentionally hiring individuals with disabilities. Since its opening, over 20% of the individuals hired at the Pendry DC Hotel identify as having a disability, and most of them continue to be employed there. To provide district residents with access to good jobs, the hiring team at the Pendry DC Hotel has partnered with the Department of Employment Services for various hiring events targeting DC residents, both with and without disabilities. It is my pleasure to introduce Vanessa Peters from Pendry DC Hotel at the Wharf.
Woo! Congratulations.
All right, we want to again congratulate all of our honorees. Thank you, everyone.
So we hope you enjoyed the event. We want to thank all of the partners agencies who have contributed to the planning. We also want to thank you all for presenting and thank you all of our presenters and awardees. Now it's time to the career fair to resume. Please note that on the fourth floor throughout the remainder of the day, we will have breakout sessions that basically that you all could take advantage with. I know that I could be doing a breakout session later on this afternoon, talk about employment first. Not many people know that October is employment first in a way. So basically, I could be talking about what is employment first, who are the planning committees, and talk about the previous employment first summit that took place last week. But on that note, I want to thank you all for attending the award ceremony and have a great afternoon.